You know that feeling when you walk away from a conversation just feeling off, drained, maybe a little confused, not quite sure what just happened? Well, chances are you've just been in the presence of some subtle manipulation. Today, we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to build your entire defense system piece by piece. Let's get right into it. This quote absolutely nails it, doesn't it? Manipulation is sneaky. It doesn't show up like a bully. It shows up as a favor that feels more like a demand, or concern that feels a lot like control. And the reason it works so well is that it uses our own best qualities against us, our desire to be a good, kind, reasonable person. All right, first things first, we have to get this straight. If you're a target for manipulation, it does not mean you're weak. In fact, it's usually the exact opposite. Manipulators actively look for people who are conscientious, who are empathetic, because they know those amazing qualities can be twisted to their advantage. I mean, look at this list. These are all wonderful traits, right? Being empathetic, generous, wanting to keep the peace. But in the hands of a manipulator, these become vulnerabilities. They count on you to explain yourself, to feel for them, to give a little more, and they use that good nature to get what they want. And this is the slow poison of it all. You find yourself constantly bending and adjusting while they never move an inch. You're left questioning your own gut feelings, carrying around guilt that was never yours to begin with. That feeling of being perpetually off balance, it starts to feel normal, and it is absolutely exhausting. So, how in the world do we break out of this cycle? Well, it's not about learning to fight back with the same tactics. It's about developing a kind of emotional X-ray vision. There's a name for this skill. It's called discernment, and it is the master key to seeing right through the fog. Now, discernment isn't some kind of magical sixth sense. It's a skill, and that means you can train it. Think of it like a built-in BS detector. It helps you hear not just the words someone is saying, but the real intention behind those words. It's what lets you separate the polite surface from the manipulative game underneath. Okay, here's exactly how it works in the real world. Discernment is like a real-time translator for manipulative language. So when they say, "I was just joking," your discernment hears, "I'm testing your boundaries to see what I can get away with." When they say, "You're too sensitive," you hear, "I'm trying to make you doubt yourself so you'll back down." See? This clarity, it's like armor. Now that we've got a handle on what discernment is, let's get into the practical stuff, the first pillar for building it. This one is all about taking back control of time. You see, manipulators love to create a sense of urgency because they know that a rushed mind doesn't think clearly. Pressure is their favorite weapon. This is their go-to playbook, and it's brutally effective. First, they manufacture a crisis. "I need an answer right now." That's designed to kick in your stress response. And when that happens, your logical brain just kind of goes offline. Your only instinct is to make the pressure stop. And that's when you're most likely to agree to something you'll regret later. This one sentence is your emergency brake. "I don't make decisions under pressure." You just say it, calmly and firmly. A normal, respectful person will hear that and say, "Okay, take your time." But a manipulator? They'll probably push back, try to make you feel guilty. And their reaction tells you everything you need to know. Okay, so you've slowed things down. You've bought yourself some breathing room. The next step, our second pillar, is all about controlling the story. Your story. It's about taking back the power you hand over when you feel like you have to explain and justify every single choice you make. This is so, so important. We think that by explaining our reasons for saying no, we're being fair and transparent. But a manipulator doesn't hear reasons. They hear ammunition. They will take your explanation and poke holes in it, question it, and use your own words to twist you into feeling like you're the one who's wrong. And this is how you take back your power. Your no doesn't need a follow-up. It doesn't need an apology or a 10-point essay explaining why. When you just state your boundary without decorating it with justifications, you give them nothing to grab onto. The argument is over before it even starts. All their leverage just evaporates. And that brings us to our third and final pillar. And honestly, this is the big one. This is the ultimate boundary. The one that has the power to shift the entire dynamic before a single manipulative word is ever even spoken. So, what is this invisible force? This thing that holds the whole game together for them? It's a core belief. A manipulator needs you to believe this one thing for any of their tactics to work. That's it. That's their entire strategy. They are betting everything on your fear of leaving, your fear of the conflict, your fear of being alone, your fear of what other people might think. That fear is their power source. As long as they believe you're too scared to walk away, They think they hold all the cards. It is so crucial to reframe this in your mind. Being willing to walk away isn't a threat you make to control them. It's a promise you make to yourself. It's a deep, quiet understanding that you will always choose your own peace and self-respect over their chaos. That quiet confidence is something they can feel, and it completely disarms them.
So let's bring this all home. When you control the pace, when you control the narrative, and when you are truly willing to walk away, you're not just playing their game better. You're not even playing their game at all. You've changed the rules entirely. You're no longer a player in their drama.
See, this isn't about becoming a cold or aggressive person. It's about becoming a clear person. Manipulation can only survive in the fog of confusion, guilt, and emotional chaos. Your clarity is like flipping on a giant spotlight that makes all that fog just burn away. And look, if you're sitting there worried about pushing people away by setting these boundaries, please remember this. You are not losing the right people, you are filtering out the wrong ones. The only people you'll lose are the ones who were never really there for you. They were there for the version of you that they could easily control. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. In your life, in your relationships, at your job, what would change? What would be possible if your own internal clarity became your greatest strength, your unbreakable shield?